City of Stevens Point Plan Commission meeting, recorded October 3, 2022.
We will call the regular meeting of the Plan Commission to order. Who wants to call a roll?
Weeza.
Here.
Kneebone.
Here.
Arnson is excused. Cooper.
Here.
Hilton. Bryce. Here. Schuler.
Here. We do have a quorum, so we will proceed. First item on the agenda is the report of the September 6th meeting of the Plan Commission. Those minutes were included in your packet. Moved by Cooper. Seconded by Rice. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is approved. Item number 2 is a public hearing and action on a request from Daniel and Danielle Hapala, representing Hapala Investments LLC, for a conditional use permit to renovate an existing commercial tenant space into a single-family resident at the property located at 2964 Church Street, consistent with Chapter 23.02 Sub 1 Sub G Sub 16 Sub F.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Maria, I can hear you.
Sorry.
She's counting to Salem, I guess.
Director, or Adam, you want to give us an overview of what's going on and let the record show that Mr. Commissioner Hilton is now in the house.
In the house. All right, thank you, Mayor. So as you can see on the screen, for the last several years now, there's been two commercial tenants occupying the building located on your screen. The eastern half is utilized as a hair salon, whereas the western half of the building's been used as a dental office. In August of this year, the dental office has vacated the use, and the applicants, as the owner of the property, are requesting to convert the dental office space into their place of residence. Property owners have been in discussion with our inspection staff, mainly making sure that the current infrastructure can be renovated to meet universal dwelling code requirements. So they've had that discussion. Overall, there's no glaring red flags with respect to that renovation. Next slide, you can see the breakdown of the property and surrounding area with respect to its zoning. You can see this is kind of unique in that it's zoned R5 multifamily 2, but it is located within a defined commercial corridor. You can see R5 is lot zoned R5 comprised essentially from the subject property up, whereas the more higher intensity commercial uses you can see farther south along Church Street, properties signified in red on the screen. So overall, as I mentioned, staff from various departments have taken a look at this. No major red flags, so staff would recommend approval as presented.
Great. Any clarifying questions from the commissioners before I open the public hearing? Okay, with that, I will open the public hearing. Any members of the public wishing to comment, provide testimony, step to the lectern, and please do so. Public hearing remains open. And for the third and final time, the public hearing remains open. For those of you listening at home, there's really not anybody else here. But we met the legal obligation required for public hearing, so hearing no additional testimony, I will declare the public hearing closed and now open it up to the commissioners. Commissioners, what are your wishes? My mouth isn't working very well today.
If the property is sold, does the conditional use permit expire?
No, conditional use permits are recorded against the property and stay with that property until such time the use is no longer applicable.
Okay, so this could be sold to some other family that wanted to run a business in the front end.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
I would move approval of the request, subject to staff recommended conditions.
Thank you. Motion by Cooper.
Second.
So, we'll give the second to Hilton. Discussion. Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that's approved. It'll go to council third Monday of the month. Item number 4 is the August 22 monthly report. That was included in your packet as well. Director?
Probably most notable is the North Side Yard building. The full permit was issued with a value just shy of $9.5 million. Great Northern Distillery, the building zoning electrical permits were also issued in the month of August. And as you'll see on Division Street, the Cousin Subs and Tommy's Car Wash permits were also approved during that time. Our declared valuations just shy of $89 million for 2022 through August, which is ahead of where we've historically been in the last few years. Permits are a little down, but values are up, which indicates that we are seeing a little slowdown in terms of building permits for single-family, two-family residential, and that we're relying more on the commercial end, as opposed to 2020 and 2021, where we had a significant spike in our permits and for more residential roof replacements and the investment in residential homes as an example. So nothing other than that sticks out to city staff. Would recommend approval as presented.
Okay, any questions? If not, I would be looking for a motion to accept the report and place it on file.
So moved.
Moved by Schuler, second by Rice. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is approved. And the last item on our agenda is a director's report. Director.
Really only three things to provide as opposed to our normal memorandum that's provided in the agenda packet. Building 3 permit was issued, so you should see footings and foundations are in along with the underground plumbing. You should start to see the physical structure go up in the next several weeks. Tomorrow evening from 5 to 7 p.m. the downtown business district is invited to a business improvement district visioning session. We've been working on that for a number of years. It was more or less put on hold through COVID, but now that COVID seems to be waning, and Chris Kleismith has joined our staff, he's really taken that project to the next level. So this would be the visioning session, which sets kind of the strategic vision for what the bid could be, likely for a public hearing in front of this body by December for an adoption and establishment of a bid district. So that's really exciting. The November Plan Commission looks to be a busy Plan Commission. We have a number of action items that will be on the docket. So if you are unable to attend, please let us know early to ensure that we have a quorum. A number of items, including property acquisitions, subdivisions, kind of the whole gamut. So that's all I have for this body. I'm more than happy to answer any other questions that the commission may have.
Okay. Typically on a report, we don't do that. But,
He opened the door, though.
he did open the door, so we'll allow it just this once. Don't open many doors.
I was wondering if there's any feedback about the comp planning session that was held just next door.
Funny you should say that.
Yeah, we had, that's actually not part of the report typically, but I think next month we'll provide an actual update on where the comp plan's at and the Gerke Washington Park neighborhood comp plan.
Yeah, they had a couple of meetings. So they had the one here, which was kind of a block party. Then Chris was out in front of Zest Bakery. And Ryan attended the Spash homecoming football game and got some feedback there. So they're compiling all of that. We'll make sure we get a report next month.
Thank you.
Anything else? With that, our agenda is exhausted and we are adjourned at 6:09.
A video of this meeting is available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.